Thank you, Devin, for those kind words. And thank you to Barnes & Noble for inviting me here tonight. And I especially want to thank each and every one of you for coming here. This is overwhelming. Thank you for spending your time here tonight. My name is Frank, and I collect secrets. In about 2 years, I've received over 100,000 secrets mailed to me anonymously on postcards. And I've brought a few of those to share with you tonight. Most of the postcards I receive are different. They express something humorous, they express something haunting, but they're like fingerprints. They're different, but they're also the same because they connect us all together, I think, in so many ways. And as I share my stories with you tonight and share some of these cards, I hope you can kind of see that and recognize it the way I have. Here are a few postcards I received recently. This is one I like a lot. On the postcard is an illustration of Babar from the children's story. And the person wrote on the card, "When I was a child, I was terrified that my entire life was just being read by King Babar to his children, and that someday he would close the book and my life would end." Another postcard arrived recently with a house key taped to the face of the card. And this one reads, "The day I left, I swore to myself that I would not step foot into this hellhole again. This is just in case I change my mind." So you can get a sense of the range of secrets I receive, from the humorous to the haunting. And the postcards come with keys taped to them, cigarettes taped, money, drugs, both legal and illegal, money, jewelry, love letters, suicide notes. One of my favorite cards, one of my favorite secrets, actually was mailed to me on a Starbucks cup. The person had put a stamp of my home address on a Starbucks cup and written on the cup, "I give decaf to customers who are rude to me." So if you take nothing else away from this talk tonight, always treat your servers with respect. It's always a good policy. Dear Frank, I was inspired by PostSecret to share my secret with you, and I went out and bought a postcard. I chose my words carefully and expressed the secret I've been carrying for so long. When I looked at the postcard, I thought I would feel better, but when I saw my secret, I felt horrible. I tore up the postcard and decided right then to change my life so I would no longer carry that secret. That's my favorite because in that brief story, it illustrates two really key points that I like a lot. The first one is the idea that sometimes when we think we're keeping a secret, that secret is actually keeping us. And it's influencing our decisions, our relationships. Perhaps it's separating us from those we love or from our past. Maybe it's affecting other parts of our life as well, our self-image. And until we reconcile with that, that secret has the control that we should have. The other part of that story that inspires me is the way this woman with a little bit of self-awareness and courage was able to make that decision to change her life so she would no longer be held by that secret. She repossessed that experience or that feeling and hopefully grew in self-awareness and self-confidence through that experience. What I'm going to share with you tonight are just a few things. I want to tell you how the PostSecret project got started. I'm going to share with you some postcards that we were unable to put in the book because of copyright or privacy issues, kind of the secrets that I've got here tonight. And I also want to share with you my secret. Really, I believe the secret that led to why the PostSecret project got started, what moved me in the first place to pass out those postcards. But before I get to any of that, I always feel a little bit uncomfortable talking about PostSecret because there's so much of it that I don't understand. I can tell you that in my heart, there's a lot of mystery and wonder about this project. I feel as though something's been tapped into that I don't fully understand. And when I talk about it, I think I reduce it. I don't think I'm articulate enough to really express what this project means to me and share my journey fully. I think it was Frank Zappa or Laurie Anderson who said, talking about art is like tap dancing about architecture. And I'm not a very good tap dancer, but I'll do the best I can tonight. The other part about talking about PostSecret that makes me a bit uncomfortable is I don't feel like I should really be representing this project. I feel as though I'm a caretaker who follows where this project leads, but it really belongs to everybody in this room tonight and everybody who's mailed in a postcard or visited the website or purchased the book. It's a community project, and I just consider myself a caretaker. When I was in the mental ward, I would look out the window a lot. Now, since I'm out, I ride my bike past the window every day and smile. There's hope. I like the hopeful secrets like that. I like that one also because, you know, like a lot of the secrets, I think if you really read them carefully and let your imagination run a little bit and see the story behind the secret, it's something that in some way relates to your life or to your friend's life or somebody you know. And this secret, for me, reminds me of how in my own life I was searching for that hope, and I've been through very desperate times, very difficult times in my life, and it took about 40 or 41 years before I really felt like I had a bearing and knew where I was going. And for me, I like to smile and think that same thing. About the community, further talking about the community that's developed around PostSecret. One of the ways that this is evident is through the email messages I receive. And sometimes the email messages move me as much as the postcards do. And every week I try and share some of these emails with people because I think they're very thoughtful and poetic too. And I have a few of these emails I'd like to share with you tonight. This is an email that came from Canada, and it reads, "I wrote my secret, and instead of mailing it to you, I mailed it to my boyfriend. I almost threw up when I did because I was so nervous. And now that he's got it, things are even worse." So I don't want you to think there's always a happy ending. But, you know, that email reminds me of another postcard that I put on the website a while back. It said, "I've worked all my life to get into Harvard, and now that I'm here, I'm miserable." And I posted that on the website, and a few days later I got this panicked email from a girl who said, "My parents and friends have recognized my handwriting. Please remove that secret. I'm in all kinds of trouble." And I took down the postcard immediately, but I emailed her back and I said, "You know, even though you feel stress and pressure right now for revealing this secret, send me another email in about a year and let me know how the story ends. Because maybe sharing this secret, even though it's difficult for you right now, in the long run was the right decision to make. Maybe you'll find a better place on campus where you feel a better fit, or be motivated to transfer to a new campus that you like better." And I think a lot of secrets are like that. In the short term it can be painful, but it's still the right decision to make in the long term.